Hey, what's up, friends and fans? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've just gotten out of dental surgery and I cannot feel the left side of my face, so I thought, why not react to all the really terrible videos that I first made when I entered full-time work? And now, for clarification, these videos I made when I was part of the marketing team back at JMC Academy in 2013-2014. This was my first full-time role, fresh. I hadn't even graduated university at the time. I would think I was in my fifth or sixth trimester, then jumped on board into full-time work. And as a former SAE Institute kid, it's always made me laugh that JMC Academy didn't have any students that wanted to work there, so I came on board. I thought, fuck it, why not? And these videos, Jesus Christ, let's just get into them. So this is the "Don't Fight It, Follow It" TVC commercial. First of all, way too many words for an ad campaign. Second of all, the brief for this TVC was supposed to be like something more around encouraging all the other courses within JMC Academy, you know, apply for music or film or audio, blah, blah, blah. But for some reason, the marketing team wanted that stupid beer ad, you know, that one where it's like, it's a big ad, where it's everyone running around in a field. And we tried our best, but at the same time, I wasn't really given any creative direction with this one. I wasn't given any control over it. I had actually suggested a different thing, which I'll get into after, but just watch this video. It's so confusing. Looks like a zombie. Somehow he's in the middle of the field. What does it mean? It is so bad. Does not make any sense. This TVC does have a lot of sentimental, I guess, value memory for me. I remember we had sought out, I think it was a school in Kiama or Wollongong to appear as extras in that one. We also had a whole team of cosplayers who you see in parts of that video. And there was also a lot of friends of mine. So a few people from high school, a few people from my university days at SAE Institute who came on board, unpaid by the way, to help be part of this. And, you know, shout out to all those people. But what I thought was unfair was that they essentially didn't get paid for it. I thought that was so bullshit. It was a full day of filming out somewhere in the middle of fuck all nowhere in Kiama. Then they're just like, oh, we get people for free. No, you should be paying everyone, including extras, especially as a tertiary education place. But hey, anyway, concept aside, I don't understand why everyone's running towards this one kid and then they embrace him at the end. Like, I don't really get it. Also, at the start here, so it's supposed to be like, oh, he's bored in a class and everyone in this class is bored. But this was filmed in a JMC Academy classroom. How does that make sense? I don't understand. Like, anyway, so this was technically the first TVC that I created, edited, etc., but definitely not putting this on my resume. But part of me is also very bitter about this commercial because I remember it was so exciting when we were told, you know, oh, we're going to be doing a TV commercial that's going to go out in cinema, going to go on TV, going to go online, and it'll be like a big launch thing for the new campus, etc. And I came up with all these different concepts, and initially I wanted to do 6 smaller ads to represent the 6 different courses, and with the idea being that the main big ad would take from each of those 6 smaller ones. And I remember there was a lot of market research at the time to suggest that people, like the new enrollments for not only JMC Academy but for SAE Institute, afters, all these other tertiary courses, it was supposed to be around, oh, why don't we target those who are also leaving high school, but people who are in their late 20s, 30s, 40s, etc., who have been stuck in a boring corporate role and they want to do something creative. Why don't we target those people as well? And I came up with this concept of, why don't we like parody celebrities, musicians, filmmakers, etc., and put them in a situation where they never became filmmakers, but you still see little traces of them. And I remember one of them, it was like music. It would be Lady Gaga working in a corporate office, but she's like singing away, or she's writing lyrics in an Excel spreadsheet or whatever. And then it was Steven Spielberg, and he's stuck doing like a banking accounting role or something, and he's like making mini movies from his webcam. It was supposed to be this whole parody of like, you can't stop being people who they are, let your creativity shine, etc. I don't get the whole don't fight it, follow it. I mean, way too many words, honestly. But yeah, it is what it is. Holy shit. I have made a lot of videos over my career, like student days, pre-university, you know, experimental, whatever. This is the worst thing I've ever made. All right, let's just get into it. The slow motion and the added sound effects. Oh, that poor kid.
She's funny. She has her own talk show.
Ellen DeGeneres?
Yeah! He loved animals.
His daughter are iconic leaders in Australia.
He's intelligent.
Considerate.
Crikey.
Hey, what about that Tim have a go?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sure.
Yeah, let's let Tim have a go.
He's funny.
You're intelligent.
Creative. You're cute.
I'm very hardworking.
Bruce Willis. Oh, I guess I answer.
Why? Why? Also, note the use of the arrow at the end. It's not even edited properly. There's a fucking... It's just like... Fuck. This concept, I remember, it was, I think, my second or third month working at JMC Academy, and they're like, oh, the Halogen Foundation have said they want a video, etc. And there were so many different concepts. The whole thing was supposed to be around like increasing self-esteem for kids, teenagers, etc. I don't really understand the focus on kids, because JMC Academy, you can only apply there if you're 18 plus, or if you're 16, 17, but you have like outstanding talent, you know? So I was like, why is this focus on kids? And, you know, shout out to all the kids in this video. I think they were my manager's children plus their friends. And that was so easy to work with. They were honestly amazing. Just, I feel bad for them that they got stuck with such a shitty concept and shitty video editing, etc. And I remember being so mortified when the final concept that was agreed on was this heads up thing. And I mean, you know, no excuses from my end. It was just bad direction, bad editing all over. What I wish though was that we actually had proper cameras, proper audio equipment. Nothing was really provided, so I can barely hear what these kids are saying in this video, and I'm like, what did that person say? Also, the slow motion shots with like the orange juice, and it's like, what? But no, this is definitely another video which I had long forgotten about until I found this in my Google Drive, and I was like, why do I have this still? But no, all those kids are incredible. Yeah, there are definitely a lot of choices I would make differently today. Definitely would not use this concept again. I don't understand why, out of the like 50 different concepts that were presented, the marketing team were like, yeah, let's do this one. And all the other concepts, it was supposed to be around increasing self-esteem. So it would be like a person walking like through the streets of Sydney, and there would be like animated speech bubbles, animated text. It would be things around like social media usage, linking to self-esteem, etc. But for some reason we went down this path. Ugh, ridiculous. This final video, I have a lot to say about this. This was supposed to be another commercial. It was to promote the digital design course at JMC Academy. I had worked with a whole bunch of different people on the concept, bringing it to life. I had a few friends appear in this video as well. Also had outside help. So shout out to Candice McLaughlin for helping me film with this one. Also setting up creative. Also shout out to Zane, who also helped with the makeup on set for this one. It was actually a lot of fun to film, but the concept, I'm not too happy with how it went in the final edit, so I'll just play it. Shout out to Machine Drum for the Fresh Kids track. A lot of shots around Sydney. She was so nice. I can't remember her full name. It was Ash, and she was incredible to work with. Actually, I remember I wanted to get a clear shot of her walking into JMC Academy, and those cars belonged to staff members, and they just outright refused to move. I had so many issues with the staff at JMC Academy. Honestly, probably like only 2 or 3 people I genuinely enjoyed working with. So, you know, shout out to those people. They know who they are. Overhead shot like Black Swan. It looks like those notes don't have any writing on them. She does a lot of walking. The pen doesn't match the screen. Oh, okay. So, this girl on the left here, her name is Meg. Her and I actually find out she's amazing. She actually left marketing to do teaching. There was a period of about, I would say, 6 months to maybe even a full year where her and I did not get on. And I'm talking, I hated working with her and like avoided her. I didn't want to talk to her. The reason why I didn't like her though was because she was hard on me, but for the right reasons. I mean, look at the previous videos we just looked. So she knew that I could do a lot better, but in my mind, especially being a 21, 22-year-old, I'm like, you're criticizing me, that means you hate me. So no, it was nothing like that. She was never like what's the word, like bitchy or anything like that. She was just trying to get me to do my best. So we had our issues, but then I remember it was after filming this specific commercial, I asked if I could leave early to do location scouting, and it was supposed to be for an additional part of this commercial which never got filmed. And she thought that I was using it as an excuse to leave work early. And, you know, in all fairness to her, there were so many times that I would leave work early, or I just didn't want to come into work, so I'd be like 5-10 minutes late. And, you know, once or twice, sure, that's fine, but repeatedly, not okay. And I called around and I said, if I wanted an early mark, I would fucking ask for one. And that's kickstarted it all. But no, she was very lovely. We actually had coffee the morning after where I went into the reasons why I didn't feel comfortable working at JMC and how I just felt it was a toxic environment. She took all of it on board. So, you know, shout out to Meg. She's actually a really lovely person. We became not friends, but, you know, acquaintances and friendly with each other after that. I looked forward to working with her every day. She really stepped up. And, you know, I feel it's a bit unfair for me to say that specifically because, as I just mentioned, you know, she was just trying to get me to do my best. But no, she was such a trooper. She got Devotion Digital, her former workplace, to come on board with this one. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. Anyway, back to the video. So it's supposed to be she's at an internship from memory. Now she's presenting to the team. Adobe. Also, look how pretty Meg is. Honestly, style queen. And that other guy, his name's Rahul, and he was the head of the digital design course. Such an amazing person to work with, honestly. Like, his vision and his knowledge of everything is just unbeatable. Oh, it's like glitching out. And that's Timothy. Timothy I met in a Lady Gaga fan group. And yeah, he was amazing as well. This was shot at Coco Cabano. Random stock footage. Random stock footage. Ah! Oh my god. This shot, I remember. I kept saying to the marketing team, it would make more sense if, for this shot in particular, there were people Ash's age. And, you know, to be fair, 4 out of those 5 women are Ash's age. But my problem was that because, you know, the marketing team, we all walked around JMC, people know who we were. They would watch this video and be like, oh, what, did they run out of budget? Or did they not know any other interested people to take place? So this amazing person on the left, shout out to Ange, I miss her. She was one of my favorite people to work with at JMC. Such a clever, creative, such an amazing designer, animator. Like, so easy to talk to as well. Like, we have our own inside jokes and, you know, if you're watching this, I miss you. And what I think is really funny is the fact that out of all those 3 videos, I don't think I use any of them, like, in my future work, whether I go for full-time employment or whether I go for, like, casual contract, etc. Like, those feel so long ago, because most of those were filmed, like, 8, 9, 10 years ago that I've done way, way better since that. And my skills have also improved, so why would I ever use these piece of shit videos? But, hey, we all have to start somewhere. So if you're currently a student, or if you're going through some things where you think, hey, maybe filmmaking's not the right thing for me, what I suggest is that you look for a mentor or you do some self-improvement. There's like thousands and thousands of YouTube videos to teach you how to edit better on like Adobe Premiere Pro. Or maybe it could be a case of a toxic workplace environment. I mean, JMC Academy for me was one of the absolute worst. Didn't really like anyone that worked there, except for like 3 or 4 people who I mentioned earlier. And, you know, especially for a graduate position where you get, I think I was on like 46, 47k per year. I mean, you're asking a lot if you want cinema fucking style adverts with no access to resources, no access to proper equipment to do so. So I was very glad when I left in 2015. And if you are considering JMC Academy, don't. Just don't. There are so many people I know from JMC Academy who regret going there. I would suggest look into Afters. They're the official Australian Film and Television Radio School or some bullshit. Or SAE Institute. Or even TAFE. A lot of other video producers I work with, whether I hire them as freelancers for my current roles, etc., either they've gone to TAFE, or they're self-taught, or they've gone to Afters, or they've gone to SAE. I've never come across a film professional who studied at JMC Academy. And that's all I'm going to say. Thanks for watching. Bye.